Hi YouTube, Fuzz here, welcome to another episode of Ni No Kuni II, and I thought we'd continue on with the Solosseum Slog today, and I can see why they call it the Solosseum Slog. I'm only actually 6 fights in, but it's already becoming a little bit of a slog making my way through these particular challenges. They do take quite a few minutes to get through each one, and if you do fail, which I haven't yet, you have to begin each one from the start. And of course, failing doesn't mean you get a game over, but it likely means that you haven't collected at least your first S rank for that particular challenge, because that's where the rewards are, the one-time rewards that you're going to want to get. For example, for the water fight one here we're about to do, the S rank first timer bonus is the second melee manual, which is going to have some pretty awesome weapons we can craft over at the weapon shop in Evermore. But without any further ado, let's get into it. Some of these so far have been fairly easy, but as I say, do take a bit of time, so don't take them for granted. I have done a few off camera. There's no real need for me to show you everyone, I don't think. And as I said, I haven't failed them yet anyway, so nothing really exciting to see there. Hoping I'm not going to break that record and fail this one here, but we'll see exactly how we get on. So the monster weaknesses are worth fiddling about with, especially as you start to push on through the particular encounters as they begin to get tougher here. So I'm just going to go ahead and move the fire one into place. And I can't remember what the other one was, but that'll be fine. So, as you can see as well, if you've been paying attention to the last few videos, I've also been gaining a few levels. But I haven't done any grinding outside of just making my way through these particular challenges. So experience does seem to come thick and fast, which is always a bit of a bonus. And right now my go-to martial method is still the higgledy one. Having fun with it. Although I can understand why those of you that are playing on expert mode, I'm playing on hard, choose not to use it because of the fact that you do have to freeze your character in place to make the most of it, which is never a good idea when enemies can one-shot you. But alas, for those of us that are not playing on expert and, you know, for these battles that are a little bit more forgiving in terms of the damage output that they're giving out this way, we can go ahead and just take a few more risks. So that said, let's go ahead and throw a few fireballs out. I've got to be honest, some of these enemies that like to flank us from outside the arena are really quite annoying, to tell you the truth. So we do have to kill them, unfortunately. If we don't, then we can't actually complete the stage. We do have to kill all enemies on the stage, including those ones that are flanking. But as you can see, in terms of actual damage output that I'm doing, in terms of the damage output that I'm taking, it's hardly any at all. So I really don't have to focus on healing so much, as opposed to the fact that I just need to focus on making sure that we can kill all these enemies within the time limit. And this is also the first challenge, I've just noticed this myself, where the S rank requires 14 minutes as opposed to 16 minutes, which is interesting. I guess what that means is that the S rank time is going to go down substantially as we push our way through the ranks here. And yeah, trying to kill these guys with a fireball just isn't happening. But a higgledy ball should do the trick. And indeed it does. So yeah, if already on stage 6 we're having to do it within 14 minutes, I dread to think as we start to push down to say stage 30. Exactly what the time limit of that is going to be. But I guess we can cross that bridge when we come to it. For now, let's just take care of the stage that we're on. And as you can see, can't take anything for granted here. I have also played about with my party a bit. I was using Roland previously, but I've switched him out in favour of Tani, mostly because the last stage I did get a pretty decent reward. A nice spear, which I thought Tani could make use of. So try and dodge some of the bad stuff here as we unleash some higgledy destruction amongst our foes. And another one. Yeah, I do tend to find the good thing about this martial method is that the ranged higgledy ball thing that we fly away from us towards the enemies, although you charge it up, you tend not to be, I don't know why this is, tend not to be interrupted as often as if you say charging a proper spell, such as a fireball or whatever the case may be. But of course, instead of MP, you do need higgledies as a resource. But that's fine because you do tend to get a lot of higgledy balls. The ones that actually replenish the little fellas when you're using that same martial method. Okay, so there's the first battle over and done with. It looks like the slimes are going to be coming out in force for the next one. So let's go ahead and make sure that we are accounting for those on the tactic tweaker. Okay, let's move forward here. And is it going to be a boss, or is it going to be another bunch of AoE stuff? Looks like a boss, which, to be honest with you, is my preferred type of encounter on the Solosseum fights. The reason for that is, as you just saw, when you have the multiple enemies, they're pretty much never ending. Well, they are obviously ending, but it seems like there's so many of them that you just worry about your time more than anything. But at least when it's a boss, you know that's the only thing you have to kill. So if I can grab that golden ball, that'd be a nice big boost to the start of this fight here. We'll target the jelly and just start spamming fireballs. Come on, Evan. Perhaps a Nance faster than that. So I'm expecting to get some good damage off these fireballs here. Come on. Okay, so we've got him down about a quarter, so not a bad start. Now, the thing with these guys, which is really quite annoying, is that they do tend to inflict you with status ailments. But if you can do a lot of damage at once, you can generally stun them just like that, and then take that opportunity to unleash a lot of damage. Even though this guy's 106 in level, we should be able to go ahead and take care of him quite quickly. That said, it sounds like he might be summoning ads of some kind, although I haven't seen anything yet. Oh, come on. He just jumped and dived out of the way. Yeah, there's the ads. So let's continue on bringing Higgledies into the fight. Taking care of the little guys. And I think we're doing okay. We've got 10 minutes left. 10 minutes to take care of a boss that's at 50% health. And looks like that we've got some Higgledy action going again. And does that stun him enough to attack? I think so. Although it seems this guy doesn't stun for long when you do actually get him into that state. But if this guy is the second boss, or sorry, the first boss, I wonder what the second's going to be like. The second fight is what I meant. First boss, second fight of this particular challenge. So he's got a fair whack of health. But as you can see, we do restore our MP and Higgledies really quickly, so we've got plenty of resources to work with here. And a few more fireballs. And physical attacks, to be honest with you. Should see this one through. There we go. We're done. Okay. Right, so we're 5 minutes... said we had 10 minutes, didn't we, to deplete his health. I completely forgot that he wasn't the final boss when I said that. Often you see you do get a trash mob, or a set of trash mobs for the second fight, as opposed to a standalone boss like we did there. And we just need to make sure that the nature tactics are selected. Since we are, as I mentioned, at that stage now where the tactic tweaker is really coming into its own. A lot of the time throughout the main story. I mean, you learn how to use the tactic tweaker quite early on during the adventure of Ni No Kuni II, but you never really need to make use of it. It's only, to be honest with you, in a lot of the DLC stuff that it's actually coming in handy. Right, so the Nightmare King. Level 106. Let's just start off with some physicals. Try and activate the Higgledies if we can. Oh, that's not very nice. Looks like our party's actually starting to take damage here. Throw some fireballs. See if we can stun him if at all possible. Is that a golden? Oh, watch out for these bubbles, they hurt. Yeah, try and get in front of them if you can. Doesn't help when you've got Confuse active as well. But hopefully that won't last too long. I do hate this Confuse spell. Bit of a nuisance, to tell you the truth. Right, let's suck in some Higgledy, shall we? Oh. So you see, even with the Higgledy spell, you can be interrupted. Oh, look at the damage of that. I think we're going to have to, for the first time through the Colosseum, actually go ahead and heal here. Yeah, a three-way saw away. Well, he's going down. His damage outputs are certainly improved than what we've been facing previously. Oh, these bubbles, man, honestly, they confuse you and all sorts. You just want to stay away from them. And it's really hard when you're already confused to do so. Ah! I think it might have hit me, I'm not sure. Oh no, I don't think it did because the confuse has disappeared. Right, let's activate the cannon. Yeah, I'll take that if you don't mind, Lofty. Come here, you. Right, and it's fireball time. So I'm expecting these fireballs to do a nice amount of damage since we can spam them. Whether he'll stand still for them, well, that's another matter entirely. I don't know, he seems to be averse to having fireballs thrown at him. A bit rude, isn't it? Still, he's almost down. Let's unleash another round of Higgledies. Maybe that'll do the trick. And it does. Oh, I don't think we got any epic loot that time. Nope, sadly not. However, we have made progress. Another round of Solosseum Slog has been completed. And we're still doing it within those S ranks fairly comfortably. Though I am definitely noticing a spike to the difficulty, so I'm not sure how long that's going to continue for. But as we leave here, we should get our first time S rank reward, which is my second melee manual. And a new challenge is now available. So let's just briefly check what the reward for that one would be. We've got to do it in 14 minutes, and we get the Manual of the Magician. Interesting. So I believe that will give us some skill points to spend on our Magician's martial method. Could be wrong on that, but I think that's what that is. And the other thing I just want to do now before we go ahead and finish the episode is just demonstrate to you the item rewards that we can now craft from that particular, well, that reward that we just collected from the challenge we completed. So it was a melee one. If we head over to the weapons workshop, go to make weapons, and right down here we've got the priceless pounder. I think we got that from something else, perhaps doing the main DLC story quest. But we've got the flippity axe. So if I can get those ingredients, I can craft a weapon with a whopping 800 plus damage, and with the following abilities: infuse weapon with wind, massively increases wind damage. You can see the synergy there. And using absorbed Higgledies boosts power. So that's actually a really good weapon to give to one of your axe wielders, along with that Higgledy martial method as well. Alright then folks, well I think that concludes our business for the day, so thanks for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed watching. If you have, don't forget to leave a like. Let me know what you think of the Solosseum Slog, and you know, so far to be honest I think I'm enjoying it, although it is living up to its name, got to be honest about that. But that's it for me for today guys. I'll see you soon. Goodbye.